Hello students, good morning all of you and welcome back our online class Science 8th Standard. Students, today we are going to continue our 10th chapter, that is the friction. In previous video already we have learned that different types of frictions, that is slide frictions, rolling frictions, okay. And but students, today we are going to discuss about that one special friction that is called as a fluid friction. What do you mean by fluid? First of all, we will have to get the idea. Okay, fluid means we can take that air or a water. So by that way, what is that friction is acting, we will discuss in this video. So let us see what is the advantage of that and what is that fluid frictions we will discuss in this video. So let us see. First of all, see the students, fluids, that means liquids and gases, exert force of friction on the all objects moving through them. This frictional force exerted by fluids is called the drag. Okay, so now what happens, students? Okay, so this is what is that fluid, that means exert the force of friction on all objects. These fluids are exerting that frictions on all objects, okay, which one passing through it. Okay, suppose if you say that boat is passing what on the water also, okay, in the air, aeroplane also flying in the water, air. So what are the objects? All objects, whatever are maybe, it is traveling or it is moving in the fluid that is exerting that pressure or force. This frictional force exerted by the fluids is called drag, and whatever that frictional force is exerting, that what you should say, that we can say fluid friction, that is specially that name it is called as a drag. Remember students, fluid frictions when exerting that one force or pressure on that all objects, that is specially called as a drag. So see students, some examples I have written how it is working on the fluid friction. Boats and ships have the streamlined bodies to help them move through the water easily. You have seen that boats or the ships have like that shape, the streamline like fish. Yes, because the front side it is very narrow. Okay, because if it is narrow, then easily it can move or it can travel. Okay. Automobiles are narrow from the front to the reduce the drag of air. Automobiles, if you will see that car, okay, car, bus, whatever you will see that, specially you will observe car, what will happen, that down front one is just narrow like, and back side it will be adjust like wide like, because when they will be travel, when they will move, that time what will happen, it will be won't oppose. Okay, it won't oppose, the friction will be decrease. So automobiles are narrow from the front to reduce drag of air. Aeroplanes, helicopters, rockets, missiles, etc. have the streamlined bodies to cut through the air easily. If you see that missiles that upon what are narrow, if rockets you are in Diwali also you are playing, you have seen that how like narrow shape, like that it will be. If you see like that, rockets like that it is there. Yes, means it is a narrow shape, that means streamlined bodies. Okay, if you compare to that fish, you have see like a streamlined bodies. Okay, which one helps to travel or move very easily. Okay, so next we are discussing about that what are the advantages of friction. Friends, you know that already we have studied that what are the types of frictions and what are the fluid frictions, and especially this fluid friction, what did I say, that is called as a drag. Okay, now we are going to discuss about that what is the advantages, of friction. Now it helps, especially you should see, now we are standing on the surface of the earth. Why? And we can walk also, because due to the gravitational force we are standing on the force on the earth. But while walking at that time, what happen, it is helping the friction. If there is one friction, due to the friction we can walk. If there is no friction, what will happen, we will slippery means we will slip over, we cannot walk. So it helps to walk on the surface of the earth or on the ground. Second things, it helps to write on the notebook or paper, okay, due to the presence of friction. Second, it helps to slow down or stop a moving vehicles, because whenever we are brake shoe and a tire, it is connected to each other. Whenever we will keep that brake, that time it will stop that car. Why? Because the wheel will stop, and when that wheel will stop, why wheel will stop? It will oppose that friction in the where our brake shoe with you. Okay, the brake shoe will make the tight, then after the tire which one is connected to the wheel, then it will stop. It helps us to write on a paper or notebook. Also it is helping if suppose if there is no frictions, that means if friction not there, what we should be, then whenever will pen will keep like that, then it will be floats like it will come, it cannot stop in that place. Okay, you can check also any glass or glass plate of, if you pen with you write, it won't work, it is cannot write. Why? Because very smoothness more is there, friction is there. It helps us to light a matchsticks. You have seen that a matchsticks are side, two sides rough like it is there. Why? Because if more smoothness is there, we cannot light the matchsticks. Okay, so that's why there is little rub. When that rub will come, the heat will come. Okay, because of friction. Okay, so these are about the advantages of the friction. Did you understand, students? So first of all, what is the fluid friction? And a fluid friction specially called as what? Drag. The special force is exerted by the, which friction force is exerted by the liquid and gases, that is called as a drag. Okay, and a special aeroplane, missiles, and we are making that streamlined body to cut the cut through this, because when that missiles are going, that is opposing that what? Air, so it will oppose, that drag will oppose, so that's why the speed will be reduced. So that's why what happened, the missiles made that a streamlined body, that means front side, front one is narrow shapes. Okay, which one it cannot oppose. Okay friends, so these are about that what is that fluid friction and what is the advantage of the friction. But there is also one disadvantage, friends, and what is the disadvantage of the friction we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thank you all of you.